today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's week.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 5 catches, 76 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Tariq Woolen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receiver.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off the play fake. Allen. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 20 carries, 95 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a...
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Throwing on second down. Watson, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second down, Cook. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Throwing now is Allen. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. O.J. Howard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's Allen. Sees Howard near the sideline, and he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Taking it about the 36. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. On 2nd and 10, Allen finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Watson looks to throw again, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And this is Cook with a grab.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of...
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a solid run down inside the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Touchdown, Bills. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Diggs has it.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Here's Cook again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Watson now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. He'll get this to about the 38. it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cook up the gut. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have